And tasers, they're a tool used by law enforcement and a self-defense weapon that civilians can purchase in some states. But what are they? How do they work? How do police use them? And how can civilians get them? In my two-part series on tasers, I explore all of these questions. Tonight, we'll be dealing with how they work and how they're used by law enforcement.
Taser, taser, taser.
So first things first, Taser is actually a brand name, short for Taser International, the main supplier of neuromuscular incapacitation devices in the United States, though now most people commonly refer to any device as a taser. So how do they work? Dave Kent, a former law enforcement officer, explains.
That it shoots out projectiles, and once they make contact with the body, the 50,000 volts will go between where the two projectiles land in the body.
The taser delivers 50,000 volts, but at low amps. This means that the subject does not get electrocuted per se, but has the signals in the brain which control muscle movement disrupted. And when that happens,
you basically just fall over.
Kevin Dowling is a sergeant with the Michigan State Police and says that the taser has become an invaluable tool in law enforcement.
Before taser, if you had a resisting subject or an actively aggressive subject, you might end up with a physical confrontation where there can be injury or the use of a firearm.
And unlike physical injuries, those that have been tased are back on their feet quickly.
Once the electric signal stops, that person recovers immediately.
Now these tools have proven so effective that almost every major police station in the Upper Peninsula carries them. In fact, we checked several departments on their use of tasers. All Michigan State Police, as well as several major county sheriff's offices, equip their officers with tasers. And when it comes to smaller departments like cities and townships, most of the ones we called, from Market City Police to officers at NMU and Michigan Tech, all carry tasers, with one exception: Munising City Police do not carry tasers yet. They are in the process of getting them for their officers, which is understandable. Each individual taser costs anywhere from $600 to $1,000 depending on the model. A large but necessary expense. Why necessary?
Vast reduction in injuries to officers and to the citizen or the individual themselves.
In Nagani, Ben Oldak, Fox UP News. Now tomorrow in part 2 of my series, I explore tasers in civilian life. How are they different from police tasers, and what's the process for getting one?